Alright, time for another installment of my gardening clips. It's about 8 o'clock in the evening right now. I just did a few replants on some beans for a fall crop. I did it late in the evening mainly because it was well over 100 earlier in the day. And right now I wanted to get them planted and watered in so that all the water didn't get drained out of the soil by that nice hot sun. What we have here is a little technique that I've started using on all of my row crops. You can see the irrigation ditch, the reservoir, running down the middle of the two rows. We'll step over here to the ones that haven't actually been watered in yet, and you can see the beans down either side. Now all I do is I use the furrows that are left behind by the tiller whenever I run through the garden with the tiller, and then I go every other double row, so we have 2 furrows and then 2 that are left clear, and then 2 more, and then 2 are left clear, and so on. That way I can still get the tiller down in between each of the double rows. But then once you cover over the seeds, what's left is what you have here, which are the ditch rows. So we have an irrigation ditch down the middle. All your watering and fertilizing goes down this primary ditch, and that allows for you to make complete use, optimize your use of all of your water resources and the fertilizer for that matter. But in areas, especially this part of Texas, where we get really dry really quickly, it's a good advantage when you're planting a garden. Even in the springtime when you're getting plenty of rain, you can set them up like this. And for example, with potatoes, for the barren areas between the rows, I will actually pull that dirt up onto the main row once the potatoes get larger, because it also serves as a defense against flooding. You have just the amount of water you need down the middle of the row, but then when you dig out the area between the rows, when you have a large rain, like a 2 or 3 inch rain, all of the excess rain will run down the middle between the rows, and you don't have to worry about root rot in your product, especially in your root vegetables such as potatoes. Potatoes and onions are very prone to rotting in the soil if there's too much water. But this way it really allows you to best utilize all of your resources and to manage your water resources as best as possible, which in the future, that's probably going to be one of the primary concerns for a lot of gardeners, especially in areas like Texas and the Southwest. Now we're about to cover over these other 2. Like I say, these are just a few short rows. They're roughly 22 feet long, and then they're of course double rows. In here I have a planting of a mixture of different beans. I'm working on a crossbreed. I'm tentatively calling them Mustangs, but basically I've been isolating out certain green beans that do really well with the drier climate. I'll plant them, and then I will purposely keep a certain amount of water from them. I'll control the water, and then I will reduce it so that only the strongest will survive, and then I take those beans and then mix them with some of the other heirloom breeds that are known for drought resistance and for higher production. And I'm basically optimizing all of those traits so that I can create something that produces well but will still thrive in high heat and high drought prone areas. So basically I'm just tailor making them for our area of Texas. This first row here was simply some Royal Burgundy, which is a purple colored green bean. And then the next one was some speck pole limas, which are some of my own. I've been collecting seeds off of them for several seasons now, and they've pretty successfully acclimated to our soil and climate conditions here, and they outperform the store-bought seeds. So we'll see how they do this fall. Anyway, that's all I have for now, and I'll be coming to you with some more gardening tips here real shortly. Y'all have a great day.